Hello, ladies and gentlemen, a very happy new year and welcome back to Les Morte d'Arthur. Tonight we tell the tale of Sir Tristram and how he finds himself facing off against King Arthur in mortal combat, and I can't wait. And hello, Black Rabbit, hello, how are you? Hello, Jenny, hello, Dee, welcome, everyone, welcome. Happy, can I get that blur gone, he says. Hey, it's gone, hi, come in, how is everyone? Merry Christmas. After Christmas, I wasn't here for Christmas, I was off hiding. Well, welcome back. Happy New Year to all. Hello, Dee, thank you for my card, by the way. Thank you very much. I haven't had a chance to apply properly yet. I've been out and about exploring the south coast, and I got back Saturday night. So Sunday I have been relaxing, and then today I'm back into catching up with all you wonderful people. So thank you, Dee. It was lovely thing to have. But how have we all been? Hello, Danny. Hello, Noel. Hi, everyone. Come in. Welcome. Hello, Marcella. Hello, Stella. I am glad to be back, Dee. It's been weird. 2 weeks of not doing this. It's been strange. Not doing this in the evenings. I have to say, I've missed it. Something shocking. So I'm glad to be back now. Really looking forward to telling some more of these tales. Very excited by all this. Well, I've missed you guys as well. So hello, Bethany. Hello, Beth. Well, I've missed all of you. So I'm happy to be back. Happy New Year to all of you. It has been a while, Stella. It has. Christmas does that. I've been dancing about the country all over the place, doing many miles on the car. Experienced service stations all over the place. Hello, Queen. Hello, Lars. Hello. Come in, guys. Hi, Max. Come on. Pull up a seat, everyone. And don't worry, we'll have an extended introduction tonight because I'm aware that it's been 2 weeks now, so you must have all forgotten about the tale of Sir Tristram. So I will catch you all up in true stylish manner, which is why we're only doing one episode tonight instead of two. That way I can actually give you some time, bring this all back and say hello. So hello, Frank. Hello, Hugo. Hello, Greg and Pam and Sitter. Hello, Kirk. Hello, Mark. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Come back. We will have it there. I missed Queen jumping around in a strapless dress. Well, Lars, there we go. I've clearly missed out on too much. I haven't missed Frank Scissors, fortunately. Tell you guys the truth. I was meant to actually have this trimmed over the Christmas break. I was going to get it trimmed and come back and see if you noticed. But as some of you may know, York flooded over Christmas, and my hairdressers flooded, and so there was no chopping of hair done. This is all still healthily growing away. I've also been wearing a hat to keep the hair out of my face recently. Maybe next time I'm in London, Frank. Maybe next time. Happy New Year, Clara. Happy New Year. Welcome. Well, I've missed you guys getting this enthusiasm after me. Party games have managed to get this enthusiasm out of me. So it hasn't all been doom and gloom. Party games have gotten me excited. But you guys are much more effective at getting me all up to speed. So welcome, hello, Sean, come in, guys. As we get started with, well, there we go, Frank. Clearly, something needs to be done at some point, possibly for charity. Can we get the haircut? Anyway, let's get into tonight's show, ladies and gents. How have we got on this spot? We are on to book 10 of Les Morte d'Arthur. I mean, let's just think that we are on book 10. That is massive. Massive. I do remember the Sisters. I do, Lars. We are now actually about, if you look at it, we are halfway through this massive book, which actually, if it all goes to plan, it will probably have taken us a year by the time we finish it, which is incredible. But I could never have done this without you, so thank you. Anyway, to bring you all up to speed and to the story, we are still telling the story of the second greatest knight in all the world. You know his name, ladies and gents. It's not Sir Lancelot. It is, in fact, Sir Tristram himself. We are telling the tale of that noble Cornish knight, Sir Tristram. Let's go back. Shall we go back, ladies and gents? Let's go back in time in the story. And in real life as well. Let's just keep going back in time. Let's go back to Tristram's birth. For Tristram's birth was perhaps not an easy one. He was born a beautiful, kind, noble child. But there was deceit within the court where he was born. Just after he was born, in fact, in childbirth, his mother died. And as his mother died in childbirth, his father, the king, remarried. And the woman he married, fearing that Tristram would inherit all of the kingdom, she attempted twice to poison Tristram. The first time she killed her son. The second, she almost killed the king. Tristram interceded then when the king tried to have his own wife executed, insisting that she should be allowed to live. You see, Tristram, even at a young age, ladies and gents, had a clear sense of right and wrong and the chivalric code. Now, let's go forward, ladies and gents, to when we get Tristram at 18 years old. At 18 years old, there was nothing that Sir Tristram wanted more than to become a knight. And so Tristram left home and went to his uncle's castle, King Mark. King Mark, who was in Tintagel in Cornwall. And there Tristram came to King Mark and asked to be made a knight. For, you see, ladies and gents, Cornish knights were famous in the realm for being weak and quick to flee from battle. And as a result, for long years, had Cornwall been forced to pay tribute to King Anguish of Ireland. Well, he's had good career guidance, Jenny. Jenny, good career guidance in the medieval ages. Rubbish career guidance now, but really good stuff back then. Tristram went to King Mark and said that if King Mark would make him a knight, he would fight on behalf of Cornwall and meet with Sir Maurice, the greatest knight of Ireland, to fight for the right for Cornwall to be freed of paying any tribute. King Mark agreed, and when King Anguish of Ireland discovered that Cornwall wanted to get out of paying tribute, he sent Sir Maurice, his knight, down to Cornwall to fight with Cornwall's champion on the agreement that if Cornwall could defeat Sir Maurice, a knight of the Round Table, then it would no longer have to pay tribute. But if Sir Maurice won the bloody battle, then it would have to keep on paying until the end of time. Ireland agreed to these terms and so sent out 18-year-old Sir Tristram, untested yet in battle, to fight against Sir Maurice. And there they met in battle upon an island in between Cornwall and Ireland itself. The two knights coming at each other, fighting, tracing, forcing, fraining across the battlefield until at the end, Tristram took his sword and knocked it down into the skull of Sir Maurice. Sir Maurice fled the battlefield, bleeding heavily. Tristram returned to his ship. Maurice died soon after of his wounds. But once he returned to Cornwall, Tristram discovered that one of the grazes that he had taken at Maurice's sword had in fact been poisoned. The only way that Tristram could get a cure for the poison was to go to Ireland in disguise and find a cure there. And so, ladies and gents, begins the crux at the heart of the tale of Sir Tristram and Queen Isolde. You see, in Ireland, Tristram was nursed back to health by King Anguish's beautiful daughter, Isolde. And there did Tristram fall in love with Isolde, and she fell in love with him. And at last, when Tristram's identity was discovered, he was forced to leave Ireland, though he loved that lady still. And in the years that followed, Tristram, beautiful, noble and brave, had many a dalliance with the women of the court of King Mark, and arose great jealousy within King Mark, so that King Mark wished to have Tristram dead. Of course, Tristram being the second greatest knight in all the realm, only Sir Lancelot himself could have slain him, and Tristram fought off every attack. Finally, King Mark sent Tristram to bring back the Lady Isolde of Ireland unto Cornwall, so that King Mark could make her his wife. Tristram, bound by chivalric honour and fealty to his lord and uncle King Mark, agreed to do so. And Isolde's mother, being aware of the love that existed between Tristram and Isolde, gave unto Isolde a love potion, so that if she were to drink of that potion, and King Mark were to drink of it as well, then their lives would become entwined, and they would love each other, and all thought of Tristram would be banished from her mind. But love potions are a dangerous thing, ladies and gents. And on board the ship, as it travelled from Ireland to Cornwall, Tristram mistook that love potion for wine. And so he drank of it, and so Isolde, thinking it was wine, she drank of it as well, and the two sealed their fates in that moment. Forever. For the next 700 years. But Sir Tristram and Lady Isolde love each other, so that even now we still tell their tale. They fell madly in love, and their love continued even after she had married King Mark, so that Sir Tristram was discovered not once but twice in the bedchamber of Queen Isolde. And eventually he was exiled from the kingdom. Well, I mean, they didn't last 700 years, but, you know, we're still telling the tale after 700 years. That's what I meant, Stella. Tristram has now been exiled from Cornwall and is travelling across the lands of Britain. He's encountered many an adventure along the way. And most recently, he has been taken captive by the evil witch and half-sister of King Arthur, Morgane le Fay. Morgane le Fay agreed to only let Tristram free if he agreed to carry a shield and present it in a tournament where King Arthur was. The shield meant nothing to Tristram except it featured upon it a king and a queen, with a knight stood above them both. This knight who stands above the king and the queen is in fact Sir Lancelot. By giving Tristram this shield, Morgane Le Fay hopes to incite jealousy and violence between Arthur and Lancelot, for it is well known in the realm that Lancelot has been in love with Queen Guinevere for a long time, and that Queen Guinevere has been in love with Lancelot too. All seem to know this, other than King Arthur himself, making him the biggest chump in all of history. Really, everyone knows. Everybody knows. It's like the opening of Eurotrip all over again. And so Tristram has taken this shield and gone to this tournament where King Arthur is stood jousting. Tristram has come out onto the field in a grand melee to fight off against every single opponent he could find. Because, okay, Jenny, people think Lancelot's a romantic hero because, you know, he's sexy. You know, he's sexy. You haven't missed anything, Marissa. I'm still catching up. Tristram got there onto the grand melee, fought, smoked left, smoked right, smoked up, smoked down, smoked through every opponent he came across. Until, at the last, in a clearing upon the battlefield, then did King Arthur see him. And King Arthur, seeing Tristram causing such chaos upon the tournament's field, there he came upon Tristram, saw that he had a strange shield on his arm, and demanded to know where Tristram had got that shield from. And as we closed off season 9 of Les Morte d'Arthur, Tristram uttered these fateful words. "Sir," he said, "I had it of Queen Morgane Le Fay, sister unto King Arthur." Now, ladies and gents, let's begin with part 1 of season 10 of Les Morte d'Arthur. "If that is true," said King Arthur, "then you are worthy to bear those arms." "As for whether or not it's true," said Tristram, "I will answer you. This shield was given to me, not desired of me, by Queen Morgane Le Fay, and as for me, I cannot describe these arms, for it is no point of my charge, and yet I trust to God to bear them with worship." "Truly," said King Arthur, "you ought not to bear no arms. But if you know what you wear, I pray you, tell me your name." "Why do you ask that?" said Tristram. "For I would know," said Arthur. "Sir, you shall not know my name at this time." "Then we shall do battle together," said Arthur. "Why?" said Tristram. "Why will you do battle with me unless I tell you my name? And that is little needed if you are a man of great worship, for you have seen me this day, and I have done great deeds. Therefore, you are a villainous knight, sir, to ask to do battle with me, considering my great work. However, I will not fail you, and have no doubt that I do not fear you. Though you think you have me at a great advantage, you shall know that I will endure you. And therewith King Arthur readied his shield and his spear, and Sir Tristram came against him, and they came together eagerly, and there King Arthur broke his spear all to pieces upon Sir Tristram's shield. But Tristram hit Arthur again and again, so that the horse and the man fell to the earth. And then was King Arthur wounded on his left side with a great wound that was perilous to his health. And when Sir Owain saw his lord Arthur lie on the ground sorely wounded, he was heavy with grief, and he dressed his shield and his spear, and he cried aloud. And Sir Tristram, and he said, Knight, defend yourself. And so Tristram and Owain came together as thunder, and Owain braced his spear all to pieces upon Tristram's shield, and Tristram smote harder and sorer with such a might that he bore him clean out of his saddle and to the earth. With that Sir Tristram turned about himself and said, Fair knights, I had no need to joust with you, for I have had enough to do this day. And then arose Arthur, who went to Sir Owain and said to Tristram, We have as we have deserved, for through our argument we demanded battle of you, because we knew not your name. Nevertheless, by Saint Cross, said Sir Owain, you are a strong knight, as strong, I think, as any is now living. And then Sir Tristram departed. And afterwards in every place he asked and demanded of Sir Lancelot, but in no place could he hear of him, whether he were dead or alive. And so Sir Tristram made great sorrow. And then he rode by a forest, and was aware of a fair tower by a marsh on the one side, and on the other a fair meadow. And there he saw 10 knights fighting together. And as he came near, he saw how there was but one knight who did battle against 9 knights, and that one did so marvellously that Tristram had great wonder that ever one knight might do so great a deed of arms. And then, within a little while, that knight had slain half the horses and unhorsed his enemies, and the living horses ran in the fields and forest. And Sir Tristram had so great pity of that one knight who endured so much pain, and ever he thought that it might be the knight Sir Palomides by the shield and the crest. And so he rode after the knights and cried unto them, and bade them to cease their battle, for they did themselves great shame for many knights to fight against one. Then the master of those knights answered that his name was Sir Bruce Sans Pité, and he was at that time the most devilish knight living. And he said thus, Sir Knight, what have you ado with us to meddle in this? Therefore you be wise to depart on your way as you came, for this knight shall not escape us. That's a pity, said Sir Tristram, that so good a knight as he is should be slain by one so cowardly. Therefore, I warn you, I will defend him with all my power. And there, ladies and gents, with Tristram coming across a fight between Bruce Sans Pité and Sir Palomides, there we end tonight's tale on a true cliffhanger, which we will pick up again when we come back at the same time for more of this fun tomorrow, and I really can't wait. But it's on its way, ladies and gents. We're off to a fine start with season 10. Tristram has already come up against Arthur. I've missed this too, rather than hello. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, lads. Absolutely. There we go. Yes, Lars, this is a medieval battle station. We are back, we are online, we are with full strength. Tomorrow we will smite hard and kick some serious medieval butt. Which is what we want. Thank you, Mike, thank you. I will rarely be here tomorrow with more Queen. I am back in the New York groove, or the medieval groove, or whatever you want to call it. But I am back. Thank you, Marissa. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And thank you for coming back, guys. It's been wonderful to get back to this and see you all again. I'm glad too, Jenny. Really glad. I've missed doing this. I haven't missed the fact that Periscope still doesn't put comments in properly, so I had the laptop for it. But thank you, Lars. I am really happy to be back. I did see The Force Awakens. I had to do something on New Year's, and I watched The Force Awakens. I think Les Morte d'Arthur is a better story than The Force Awakens. I'll be honest. I was one of those who watched The Force Awakens and wasn't overly impressed. But I'm not a J.J. Abrams fan to begin with. I mean, if I imagine I didn't, Jenny. I think, you know, kids might like it. It was no Empire Strikes Back. Do you know? You've got to beat Empire Strikes Back to win me over. Yeah, I'm a tough customer. But no, the fight sequences were quite impressive, but and I won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. One of the problems that I've got with J.J. Abrams as a director and as a writer is that J.J. Abrams, I don't think, is capable of trusting his audience. I don't think. He seems to be worried that if he doesn't have an action scene taking place every 10 or 15 minutes, that the story is wrong, that people will stop paying attention, and he needs to have the... I do need to get to more space. It was a bit campy. It was... I was sat there and kind of with my editor's pen out, and I was going, I would scrap this. And absolutely, the depth was missing, Jenny. It was a very superficial script. Some of the computer games have had much better stories. Some of the fanfic on the internet has had much better stories. It just seemed that if it moved quickly enough, if there was enough taking place, if there was enough fancy special effects, that will keep going. Lars, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome to like it, Lars. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, Lars. That's me. That's me as what I want from a story. You know, that's me. That's my issues with J.J. Abrams. You know, for everyone who enjoyed the film, that's awesome, and I'm glad that people enjoyed it. I'm sure, especially that kids would have loved it. Because I'm also old enough to remember I watched The Phantom Menace when I was 11, and actually at 11 years old I loved The Phantom Menace. By 13 I didn't love it so much anymore, but at 11 I loved Phantom. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with loving or enjoying the film. For people who enjoyed it, totally good. Good, I'm glad. But it just it didn't do it for me. You know? We probably like different flavour pizzas as well, but we agree that pizza's nice. Yeah, I think for me it was a 3-star film. I'd give it 3 stars out of 5. It was entertaining. I enjoyed watching it. I wouldn't watch it again, and it wasn't as good as the original trilogy. I mean, the original trilogy is just far superior for me. and I'm going to hold you up against Empire, which is like the best film ever made. So Empire is one of the greatest films ever made for me. It's pretty perfect. Love Empire. Have always loved Empire. It's always been my favourite Star Wars film. It's always been one of my favourite films. Yeah, and so it wasn't good. Anyway, moving on from that, ladies and gents. I had some poetry to read you all tonight. I do, my poetry's up there, ladies and gents. I'm going to go pop this scope down, pop a new one up, because tonight I'm going back to some William Butler Yeats. So I'm going to come back in a few minutes, give you some Yeats, and we can continue the chat in there as we go and do some wonderful poetry to start off the week. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Thank you. Massive thanks to Sean and Clara. Thank you to Marissa and Angela and Bourne. Thank you, Queen and Lars. Thank you, Beth, Stella, Vasella, Danny, Aggie, Jenny, and Rabba. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you hopefully in a few minutes. Bye bye.